Alright, welcome back to Dunk's Code Traders Hub. Yes, it's done here as usual, giving you the updates as usual. Of course, yesterday, congrats to those that actually made it yesterday. We had 7 straight hours of live streaming. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great time, those who stayed around and kept it going on. Yeah, we made a lot of money. We had some good time. We traded all through assets like jump, all the jumps actually. We traded jump 25, jump 50, and jump 10, and all of them, they were profitable. I believe you guys actually made that money. So without any further ado, we're just going to now get into this and do what, and start off today's session. So let's pray and start. So today I'm not going to be sharing the link as normally I do in the groups. I want this to I want YouTube to be the one to recommend this to the rest of the other people. So if you haven't, those who haven't actually gone ahead to click on the bell button and have the notifications to be able to see the notification whenever we're live, then some of those will not be joining us today. Yeah, otherwise I want to say thank you to those that have already joined using, of course, the notification. Thank you, Felix, I can see you around. Yeah, and one other person, I believe. So I am going to allow the process of how this will go. Yeah, I see how it all goes. Alright, so right about now, let's pray and start today's session. Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for this beautiful morning. It is a Friday. Before we get into, as we start the weekend, Lord, we ask that you grant us the signals that we need today to make the money come around, to make this money that is free on market ready for us to grab all that. We know that you granted us the skill, so we are asking of you also the blessing that we may have even better results even as we come to analyze today. Thank you for the signals. Thank you for the profits today as we get into the weekend. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right, so let's now get into this. We'll start as usual. We will start with Crash 500. Let's start with Crash 500 and we look into it. All right, let's do this. So Crash 500, I didn't get anything that I needed to actually push price there, so I never entered. Our price kept on consolidating here and here. I think I would have entered when it touched here, and probably if it had given me an entry, I would have entered here, but that would have been short-lived from what I'm seeing here. So nevertheless, I never entered because I had already hit my daily target. Yeah, by the time we came out of all the jumps that we traded yesterday, I had already gotten my daily target. So right about now, let's look at what is happening. According to weekly, we need that sell. That's what we're looking for. According to daily, we went there to grab liquidity, and clearly we have it. So what are we? According to actually daily, we had a change of character. That is what I can say. we had a change of character. This one right here, this was the internal one, this was the external one right about there. Yes, this was the internal, but then we also got an external change of character, and clearly we saw price coming back to that level right there. It's like this one right here is a fair value gap of that change of character. After change of character right here, so price reacted back to that level, and that's where we are seeing price returning back from. According to daily and CCI, there you see that we are supposed to be looking for buys, and that's why we want to see, according to H4, whether it is the case. According to H4, we have a change of character, we have a double top up there, which tells us that we are clearly in a sell trend or in a downtrend. And right about now, all we need is price to react back to where that was mitigated right here. According to H4, that fair value gap there has mitigated. So where is it coming back to? It's weird. Let's go to H1, look at we are buying. So the retest is coming probably back to that order blow, that fair value gap right there. That's the only thing I'm seeing. But apart from that, the sales are on. Let me see if we are selling. According to M15, not yet. So it means we are still pushing for the buy. Probably it's coming right about there. Yeah, so if it comes around that level, we will be looking at trying to sell this asset. Trying to sell this. Trying to make our sales. If it comes back to that level, we'll be looking for sales. Why? Because we are looking for sales according to H4. That's what we're looking for. Even though on daily we still are looking for buys. Yeah, so I can delete this fair value gap. So probably they are coming all the way right here. Once it reaches there, we may look at sales coming around here. Yeah, that's what we may see. For now, let's go to H1 and look at what we have. How are we going to make this entry? It's a bit tricky. So it's not yet done anything that we can capitalize on. Going to M15. M15, this is the only point of interest I see. Left back, that is the only point of interest I can see. Left back to actually try to give me something of sort. That is the only thing I see. But for now, I'm not going to focus on this. I'll just leave it where it is. For now, I'll leave it at M15 and go to boom 1000. So let's go to boom 1000 and we look at what is happening in boom 1000. So please, anyone who is joining us and you haven't activated your bell button so that you can receive all the notifications, please do it now so that you always get the notification on your banner or notification banner up on your phone every time we go live. All right, boom 1000. What is happening? So yesterday the anticipation was we enter when we see something of sort. So this happened today. Actually, this has happened today. price still had enough good momentum to continue with the buys, and we kept on seeing break-off structures right there until it gave us a new high there. And now clearly, if we go, let's first go to weekly. We know that we're looking for, hey, wait, we are looking for buys, but according to daily we are oversold. Okay, that's B. But even though we are oversold, we had a break of structure right about there. So either way, it is something we are not that much of an impact. But if we go to daily, we see we are oversold, meaning price is about to do the retest before it continues to sell according to daily. So if we know that, if we go to H4, we clearly see exactly what we are talking about. It has to come here and then go back, and then probably come stronger with daily time frame selling heavily. So according to H4, we are oversold, but we don't have something that we can capitalize on to actually tell us we are selling. Why? Because we haven't seen any change of character. What we have is a break of structure right there. So this can just be a liquidity grab kind of move around this fair value gap, you get. So you have to be very wait, what have I done even? It's okay, God knows, we always get it. So we have to be very careful with how we continue with the sales. Currently the sales have been going on for over 16 hours. So for now, I clearly see that price has reached that fair value gap. According to H1, we have a valid order block right here. It is a point of interest that cannot be overlooked. Besides that fair value gap on H4, but also there's this on H1. So there's the order block, then there's the order block, then there is this fair value gap. So all these are points of interest that we can capitalize on and start to actually enter buys. So there is also that. And currently, if you look at our CCI, we are on the retracement level according to CCI, which now gives us an indication that even right now where we are, buys can start from here. Why? Because already price is in discount. If I was to show you that price is already in discount zone, meaning anytime from now buys will start. But where will they start going to? This is like a change of character. When you look at it right here, that's where we can anticipate a change of character. That's the high, that is a low. So this is the last low that was taken out. Yeah, this is the last low that was taken out when moving in downtrend. So clearly I see a fair value gap right here. So either price is going to come all the way to that fair value gap, and then again start to sell. Yeah, that's the valid, according to H1, that is a valid level to activate our sales again. So that's where I'll be entirely looking for my moves. So about now, I can't do anything because sales are getting depleted. Anytime we are going to start buying and the buys will be high momentum buys to push all the way back there. So even before the day ends, we may see price reaching that level. Yeah, so we need to be ready for that. M15, clearly it is getting oversold already, so meaning buys are coming in very soon. So all you need is breakout right there, probably, so that you can start to make your buy entries. Alright, I think that's it for me. Let me leave it at MH1 and head to boom 500. Let's look at boom 500. Let's start from weekly. So we knew that we wanted this sell, but also we were anticipating a pullback according to daily, but I see where it is going to come from. Price reaching, when weekly price reaches that retracement level according to CCI, then the buys will start from there. So according to daily, we haven't seen what we wanted, that kind of pullback, because the momentum of sellers was still strong. So looking at what we have currently, this was supposed to be giving us buys, not sells. The structure that we have currently was supposed to be giving us buys, not sells. Unfortunately, we saw sells. So I'm wondering what price is about. So let's look at the left. Alright, so according to the left, there's a fair value gap where we are currently according to daily time frame, but also there's another fair value gap all the way here, all the way there. There's one, this is where price is currently. So yeah, there. So there's fair value gap here, there's another one fair value gap here. So from where we are according to daily, we should be seeing that should be like a fake breakout from right about here, that fair value gap right there where we are currently. There's another fair value gap just about here, just about there according to daily time frame, but according to H4, let's look on the left. We see where price is. There's an order block right about there according to H4. There's that order block right there. Is it a valid order block? Let's see if it is actually a valid order block. Somewhat about, so yeah, not that much. It's almost, yeah, it can be taken as a valid order block, but I see another one right here. So that is very tricky. I know that on that level where price is currently, this is a price line right here, there is that order block. Are we going to exceed and go all the way down below for this other one? We will see about that. So for now, I'm just gonna leave this asset alone, because before I leave it, this is H4. I've seen that it is now on the order block. This is boom 500. So if I go to H1, that means H1 is oversold. Look at that, H1 is oversold. That means the M15 we should be starting to see some indication to buy this asset. So H4, H1 daily, okay, H4, that is a breakout right there. H1, delete everything right here. Yesterday I gave a signal of boom 500 sell, and we were taken out. Let me see, this is yesterday. This is where we wanted to sell from. Price gave us took us out to return back to this order block, order block. I missed that move, but then after taking us out, immediately started to sell and even came to our TP level. So yesterday, I don't know if any of you guys actually took the trade. After I couldn't enter again, I had already hit my target. This was like a bonus trade. So when it took me out, I was out of charts, but clearly it gave us that as a confirmation to enter the sales. Look at what happened later. Up to now, we are still in a sell, but slowly by slowly, having seen that on H4 we are on that order block on H4, we will anticipate now price getting into the uptrend. So all we need now is to see a change of character on M15, and then we'll be ready to sell this asset now that we've started a new H4 candle. Oh, not yet. We have about 2 minutes. A new H4 candle starts. So that's what we are going to be looking at. So for now, it's a no-go. I'm not going to do anything about that for now. Volatility 25. Yes. Start from all the way from the weekly. What did we want? Okay. We wanted price to head back to that OB according to H4. Reach back there so that we can come in with the sales. Clearly, it didn't actually reach, but it came to that level, which is okay for us. It's also okay for us to actually, that is a fair value gap around that level. So if it has decided to come from that level and we have a confirmation to enter our sales, then who are we to reject the opportunity to make the sell entry? So according to according to H4, we are at a retracement level, and that aligns with what we are seeing according to H1, which is overbought. All right, so knowing that and seeing what is happening, one can easily now go to M15, look at the momentum. Oh yes, so all we need now is a breakout there. But the way this asset moves is in a weird way always. So it is always weird the way it moves. The way it moves is always weird. So I would not rush to do anything right now. This is a support on M5, which indicates that price may go back a bit, which will indicate that price may go up a bit again. So having seen that, I won't make any rush decisions. There's a lot of points of interest left back here. Let me first use my fib here to understand properly. It went back there. Was that enough? There's this fair value gap that may be of an interest. Price to get back to it. So let's hold on and see what will actually transpire from this very hour that has started, from this current H4 that has started. Remember, we are still looking at buying according to H4, even though we see that we reached our retracement level. So the buy according to H4 is still on. According to daily, we are going to retrace. We are actually retracing that. But if it breaks out here, if it breaks out right here, this level right here, then you know that a sell is valid. Sells will be activated, and then we'll be looking for sells from them. But for now, we are still in a buy trend. You have to understand that we are still in a buy trend. Why? That is a change of, that is a break of structure. So we don't have any other break of structure going into a downtrend. Until we do, we are still in a buy trend. So just don't go against the trend as of now before you have a confirmation. So that's it. I'm out of this asset. Nothing that I can do about it right now. Okay, and now this is V10. This is, oh, did I even change I forgot to change the name. This is the volatility now 75 that I'm on. Volatility 75. We've just finished volatility 25S, so now we are headed to volatility 75. So let me start from the weekly. Daily, we are looking for sells. We have a falling, we have a rising wedge, which indicates we should be selling to all the way here. And yeah, according to H4, we saw that kind of sell actually come through, but it didn't reach the TP level that we anticipated that it would reach. According to H1, this move, which is of TP from all the way there to all the way here to here, so we saw it yesterday hitting the TP here according to H1, and I gave the signal. Did I give the signal? I had my sell limits. Delete. I had my sell limit right about that level, so they were activated, and I shared on the signal when they were activated. They were just activated immediately. I shared that, so anyone who took that sell, you know that you made money. So that was the sell yesterday, came all the way and hit the TP according to what we needed from there to here. That's what we needed, and it was hit. So for now, this move that we wanted to give us a fake breakout never happened, but we saw this. So when we saw that and it retested right about there, we made our entries to bring it all the way down. So that's how we grabbed that money on V75 yesterday. So right about now, it broke out right there. It broke out right there, but again the retest went back inside. The retest, perfect breakout, perfect retest, but then continued going in. Again went out, and then now has gone back in. There is a support level right here. It is becoming a strong support right there. So meaning, if we see price break that level, it will become a change of character, and that will change everything that we currently have. So that this there, once we see a breakout there, that will be a change of character, which will now tell us what we have to do. Of course, already on CCI, according to H1, we see that we need to be buying right there. So this will be confirming what we need. But how are we going to enter? We were supposed to enter from here when it reacted back to this order block right about there. Yeah, but we missed that. So if we missed that, we can't miss when price makes a pullback. Having gone all the way up, then when it makes a pullback, we can't miss it. We'll be able to make that entry to take us all the way back into buys. Remember, according to weekly, we are still in a buy trend, and that's what we are looking for. So that's how I'll be looking at entering this asset. So let me delete all this. This is no longer, oh, this can be important. Let's just drag it all the way here as our resistance. This is also, just leave it there for now. Now I can delete, this is a support area, but I can delete it now that I have this order block that we have reacted on. So that's how this asset is right about now. Yeah, we are trying to see a breakout. According to M15, CCI gives us something different. It is actually telling us that we should be selling this asset. Are we ready to sell it? We will see. H1 sells, H4. H1 buys, H4 sells. H4 sells. So it means we are actually selling. We are going to actually sell this asset. We are going to actually sell this asset. We are actually going to sell this asset because HM15 is in line with H4. Is in line with H4 and even in line with D1. So meaning sales are highly anticipated than buys, so we will wait for that. All right, jump 50. Let's come into jump 50. We wrap up this. We need to go ahead and wrap up this. We have about less than 20 minutes or 20 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, about 20 minutes. Jump 50. Jump 50. Jump 50. So now jump 50. Oh, let's see. Yesterday we made a lot of money, of course, but those who followed it up, those who are in the signals group, I kept updating, so we made a lot of money. So let's start from the weekly point of view. We look at it. We have that structure that we've been in for some good time. It is a symmetrical triangle, and we are looking at breaking out and continue with the sales. Why? Because the previous, according to CCI, we just reached overbought, and now we are looking at continuing with the sell. Yeah, the previous trend is a sell there, right there. So that's what we are looking at continuing with. So according to daily time frame, we are also selling. We are also in a sell or in a downtrend, and I want to first delete all those arrows so that we get a clear view. According to H4, we are getting to overbought, so we are still in a buy trend according to H4. So now this is where it gets interesting. According to H1, we are actually looking for buys because we've just reached oversold, which means H1 is aligning with H4 according to the trend. Now I can delete all these. Delete that. That's where we are headed to. So go back to daily, look at what is happening. we want price to get where exactly. We wanted it to reach there and then come with a sell, but it actually exceeded, so we can delete that, head back to H4. That order block there is holding on. This OB right here, has it been touched yet? Not really, so I can just leave it. It came to that fair value gap, which is still okay. So either it's going to continue here and then give us that, but this can only be, this move to sell it can only be on M15. So if M15 is not giving us a sell, that means we are continuing with a buy. We are continuing with a buy, just like we did on H4, H1 and M15. So what are we going to do? Let's first get to H1. H1 we see some sort of almost like a double top, so I'm not going to consider it a double top, but I'll be looking for entries when price breaks out there. So get to M15, you need price to break that level, and then we make an entry of the buys. Alright, so that's the case. If that's the case, we no longer need all this. I have to delete this for now. I'll put it later. I just don't want something to confuse me now. I have a fair value gap there which was mitigated there, so anticipation is price to get back to it and then come strongly with the sells, just like we need according to D1 or according to daily time frame. So that is what I may say about this asset. So we need that kind of buy. Price is already above our 10 MA, which is a good thing, but now we need an extra confirmation, which will be the change of character. That will be the change of character. So for now, it's a no-go. No entry at all. Don't get caught in the mix. So about yesterday, this is how we made money. Those who were not around, we made money all the way from there, all the way from, oh, this was the other day. So let's look at yesterday. Yesterday we first made money here. I was in a buy, but I was caught up right here. When I had brought in my stop loss into profits. So those who were in and that had not trailed their stop loss, our TP was there, and immediately we had our TP hit right there. And I had my sell limit. This was crazy. I don't know what was happening with me to trail a lot. I think I was protecting the account earlier. So I had my sell limit waiting right there. Immediately it went there, it was activated, and again, just like how I normally do it, I don't know how I brought my SL closer. Immediately it was hit, and then it went all the way down below. So that's how I missed all these big moves. This was the first one that I needed to make some good enough money here, but all these signals were shared in the group, and I believe you guys took hold of them. So the first one was there. Our first entry was here. It kept on lingering. I told you guys to break even, although I didn't break even myself. I didn't break even, but you guys, I told you to break even. So you were taken out on break even. Then later on came down. I told you to enter again. We made that entry again, but I was taken out with some small profits right here on my SL, that later continued to where we wanted. So that's how we traded that yesterday, and we made money. So now, what have I done? Alright, so now we are waiting for this. Remember, we haven't started a buy trend, we are still in a sell trend or in a downtrend because we don't have a change of character yet. Now, the way this shape is coming around, it may become a round bottom kind of pattern, or it may even become a cup and handle, so you never know. So you just have to be ready for whatever it gives you, because you can see the structure that it is doing. So if it goes all the way up there, you just anticipate it to be a round bottom, and if you know how we trade a round bottom, then you've been waiting for how to make an entry. If it becomes a cup and handle, then you know how we trade a cup and handle. Those are very rare patterns or shapes in the market that rarely happen. So once in a few times it happens, and once you see it, you take advantage of it. So I'm anticipating it's what we may see on this very asset, just like how it is doing it right there. All right, enough with the jump 50. Let's look into jump 25. Did I even change the name here? Yeah, I did. All right, so jump 25, we look at it before we call it a day. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot to check comments. Welcome Luis, welcome Patrick and Robina. Good morning guys. All right, so boom, jump 25. What is happening? Jump 25, we made a lot of money, even though it missed some of the limits right there. I have limits there, I have limits here, I have limits here, but I'm gonna be deleting them for now because I need to understand why I had put them, so that I can add them again later. Yeah. All right, so that is what we're looking at on weekly. We are overbought, but we will anticipate a pullback there. Okay, that's why the sell limits were there. That's why I had my sell limits up there when it makes a pullback. Okay, so now I know that. According to daily, we are oversold. That's weird. This small move like this, we are oversold. Wow, it's new. All right, so we are oversold. Why? Because of this order block. So price is coming about here, so probably it will be pushing us now to enter buys again. So delete that, come to H4, look at where price is about, is likely to come back to. So that is a fair value gap there. So price is likely to return to that fair value gap and then bring us all the way to the buys. First wait, let's see if price actually reacted to that order block. No, it reacted to the fair value gap, so it is all good. It is all good. Now all now we want is price to get here. That is according to H4. So let's see, do we have an entry according to H1 to actually bring price all the way down? It is aligning with what we want, but we don't have an entry. We are looking at sales to bring us all the way down below. Let's go to M15. M15, what is there? Something. In fact, in M15 we're supposed to be looking for sells, buys. So that's a weird kind of thing. But all we want is we wait for our buy entries right about here. So I'm not going to be looking for any sales. I will actually wait for the buys on this level. I want to remind you that we currently seeing a change of character right about there. Yep, that is a change of character, but there is some kind of support that is holding price right about there. So it's a bit holding it up. We are waiting for it to be broken to get here, and probably we will see what we need according to daily time frame and H4. Remember, according to daily time frame, we want this retracement to be done with, and we get into the buys again. Yeah, we get into the buys again. That's what we are waiting for. So if it happens, then we are good. Weekly, we are oversold. We were actually trying to anticipate the pullback to reach there, but it's as if it is not enough from what I see. So that's why we are trying to anticipate. We're trying to anticipate another pullback according to daily. Another pullback according to daily. But if you look at daily, this is a change of character right there. According to daily, that is a change of character, and price reacted back there. So it actually, according to the structure, we are supposed to be actually looking for sales, not buys. So everything now becomes weird. We're supposed to be looking for sales, not buys. CCI is showing us that we should be looking for buys. H4 says we should be looking for buys. H1 is the one that says we should be looking for sales, but M15 is also saying buys. So all this is weird with what we are seeing on CCI. But I want to first look at something here. We should be selling. We should be selling, even though we see the momentum is slow. So if momentum is slow, no need to rush anything. You just wait for alright. So on the midst of all this, I normally get how to play around with what I need in the midst of all what price is giving us. I normally get to see something that actually tells me something else. So in the midst of this uncertainty of where price is moving, I see something that helps me to actually see that if I go to M15, I need this move. I'm looking at that move. That move will be clearly taking me to this order block right there. Yeah, that is an M15 order block. That is an M15 order block right there. So price is coming there. So what happens when it comes there? It's not it's without a doubt that we will start buys from here. So that's the case. We start to see some buys come in. That's the case. Why? Price reacted to fair value gap, but this order block is very important. It's a valid order block because it's the one that gave us this fair value gap. So that's why price is coming to mitigate liquidity that was left on that order block. Yeah, so that's what we are going to see. So we can't enter because it is too very near. So all we can do, go to M5. Yeah, according to M5, the entries of buys will be on right here. So what I can do here is, okay, 0.2 is okay for my account. So I can put my buy limit right here, just as like I normally do, and another one in between right there, even though I know it may not reach it. So we'll have those two there, and that's how I'll be looking to enter this asset according to M15 and M5. So it's not going to be some long trade that I can hold. So that's how I can look at making an entry today on this very asset. It's a weird one. I would rather ask everyone, if you don't have a big account, you leave this asset. You just leave it. Don't don't trade it, because it's not yet certain we are not yet certain on where it is moving in the long term. So this is like a short-term move that I'm looking at. Come here and then I make my buy entries. But in the long term, it is still confusing. That's why I want to give an update on the long-term movement for this asset for now. Let's now wrap it up with jump 10, and we call it a day. Jump 10. Right, we have a double top without even waiting. Remember, this asset, we traded it yesterday. We made a lot of money. We were supposed to even make a lot more, but discipline is key. We traded it all the way up to here. That's where we took our profits, I believe. Right about there. That's where we took our profits, and price went all over. Look at what happened. Broke all those order blocks and went all the way up. So let's first look at how we traded it yesterday. That's how the previous day it kept on playing games, hide and seek, gave us a fake breakout, made entries, came and took us out, again took us out. So it took us out 2 times. The previous day, that was on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday. Took us out 2 times, and yesterday I was ready to leave it for like the rest of this week if it took us out again, having seen what it was doing here. But later the structure was a bit clear. I saw a pennant there which we took advantage of, and we made this whole kind of money right about there. So yeah, those who traded this asset yesterday, congrats. Right here it is a bit weird, you can't see the pennant properly, but yeah, that's how we made this money yesterday. So about now, I wanted the retest back to that fair value gap so that I can make another entry, but price never actually did that, so I can delete everything right here. Price will eventually come to mitigate this fair value gap there. Now delete all this, delete. Alright, so we have a clean chart. Now let's look at that double top. Double top has started there on H1. It's aligning with what we have on CCI. So let's go to daily, actually weekly. Weekly, we are coming from that trend line down below, which is okay, and even on the support level. So the buy has been on, but now we need to see a retest. Yeah, that is a retest that we are looking for before we break out. So price is probably coming all the way to here or to that order block before we can see some sales coming that can actually initiate the breakout. So having seen that, let's now head to daily time frame. Daily time frame, we are in a buy trend. We have reached that fair value gap. It's holding up. That is a fair value gap according to daily time frame right there. It is holding up. It is holding up price properly. It is holding up price properly right there. It's a resistance level currently, but even though it is holding up, price is still showing us that we should be looking for a continuation of buys. So let's go to H4 and see what is happening. So on H4 we clearly see that Let's drag this up here, look for this fair value gap. Yeah, right there, and that's where price is. What's price is doing? According to H4, we are still in a buy. We are not yet done with the buy. We're having seen this right here. Having seen that right there. So this is a break of structure right here. I mean, change of character right about there. So price hasn't come back to fill some void spaces or some imbalances that were left back. So this is change of character. There's this fair value gap that hasn't been filled yet. After that, so it needs to come to it, and then continue with a sell, or it comes all the way down here, or it comes all the way down here. So which one is going to be which? So let's go to H1. If we go to H1, we clearly see that we are overbought, which tells us that we need to sell it all the way here. Yes, that's what we're going to see. Why? Let's use our fib. Let's use our fib to understand why. Exactly, that is the reason. This is the one that is in the discount, so this is not enough for us to actually aim at. So I'll be looking for that and that later on. So now the plan is a bit clear on what this price is about to do. So we can delete that, we don't need it. Go to H1. Where it is, I want to choose to make my entry right there. It may come for my stop loss right there if it is looking for a liquidity grab, but it did that already there, so there is a possibility of it not coming again to grab it. So let me just take a leap of faith for now. I don't want to have a big small stop loss, so I will just have it above there, and now I'll be waiting for my TP just on this fair value gap. That's where I'll be taking my TP right about there. Please, if you're in a signals group and you enter, you know how we do this, so know that you are risking according to your risk tolerance. So now the only issue that I've done here is entering on H1 before I check what is happening on M15. That is the only problem. So let me check on M15 and see what is up. Same thing, I believe. I'm not waiting for the change of character down below here, so I've just decided to make an entry because that is a double top straight on up there. So I don't want to just waste time waiting for the change of character. I've already seen where I know price wants to grab liquidity from, so that's why I've made my entry immediately. In fact, I should have made it long time. If I had come earlier, I should have made it long time. So that's what I've done, and I'm waiting for price to come all the way right here. All right, I think that's it for today. Let's now do a recap and we call it a day. Let's do a recap, we call this a day. All right, crash 500, we need price to reach here so we can enter the buy, and then later on reach there, sell it. So we're still waiting. A boom 1000. All right, it decided to come all the way here. It's coming all the way to this fair value gap. Yeah, it's coming all the way to that fair value gap. That is good enough. It's, yeah, actually that only, it may not reach all the way to this order block. It's likely to reach only here and then get back into the buys. So let's wait for it and see. Boom 500, boom 500. We didn't do a plan for this. We didn't do a plan. What's not happening? Just first go back to daily. Oh yes, I've remembered. The plan is we see something of this kind. Yeah, this is what we can anticipate. This is M5. This is M5. Yeah, that's where I can easily add my buy limit right about there. Right about there. It comes for the okay, just add on, make it 0.5 right here, add another entry right there. So that's how I'm gonna enter this, and we'll be looking for actually we are looking for this to continue like that. This is a falling wedge. It's a falling wedge. We are looking for buys in the long run, so this can take us all the way up there, even to go back inside this expanding rising wedge. Yeah, so this, those who normally loves swinging, you can swing it all the way according to M15, take your profits there, wait for a retracement, enter, or you can swing it according to H4 or H1, whichever you want, and you keep on taking your profits, or you hold it for some good time, even days, as you count money. So the buys are likely to take longer right about now if it gives us this kind of move perfectly right here and continues in that way. Yeah, so that's it. I just want to remind you that we are still looking for sales according to weekly. So either way, according to weekly, the sales will be still anticipated, but we need some buys now to actually usher us in better high momentum sales at a later stage. Alright, that is what I can say on boom 500. 25 V25, it hasn't reached where I wanted. I wanted it to grab some liquidity on that fair value gap and then come in for the sales. So it's not doing it, so I don't have an entry. This is a no-go for me. I'm not risking anything right here, so for now I leave it. V75, I want to see price breakout this weak resistance here. Yeah, if it breaks out, then I will know what I'll be looking for. I will wait for a pullback, then entry. Yeah, we are not following the CCI, we are following the price action right here. Yeah, jump 50. Yeah, like I said, this is likely to be a round bottom or a cup and handle kind of pattern. We can capitalize on it once it is complete, but for now it's a no-go to do anything. Jump 25, we are in. I entered a buy, and currently price, no, actually I had my limit orders. Yeah, I had my limit orders, and now they are one is activated. I can put, wait a minute, H1 is still selling heavily. H1 is still selling heavily, so it's likely to come to this fair value gap right here, which is the fair value gap according to H4. All right, so that means if it does that, if it continues like that, then I might have rushed to press those buy limits. So let me wait and see. If it breaks this level right here, then I will know what to do. For now, that's what is happening. The anticipation is here and then there. Yeah, according to M15, that is what we are looking at. Yeah, that is what we are looking at. Yeah, lastly is jump 10. Jump 10, I entered my sales and price is now in floating losses currently. The reason I entered a sell is the double top right there and oversold according to H1. M15, clearly we also overbought. So yeah, that's the reason why I entered the sell right there. So all we can do now is wait for the profits. If it decides to come for some liquidity grab above there, then it will take me out and I'll be okay, because I don't want to expand to have a bigger lot size. Yeah, I mean a bigger stop loss. So for now, I'm okay with that. The current H4 has just started, so I'm waiting to see what happens from here. All right, that's it for today. As we have entered two assets, jump 25 and jump 10, and all currently are in some floating losses. And as we wait on, please remember to apply your risk management properly, and of course remember not to risk what you can't afford to lose. Don't risk $50 when your account is $100, please. That is not risk management. You're not trading, you're gambling. So please don't do that. Know your limits, know what you can afford to lose according to your account. It's not a business of once off, make money now, then the rest of the trades you keep losing. No, or you trade once and the next day you're not trading just because you grew the account. It is not that kind of business. You need to have consistency. You may have many small losses, but when you get one big win, it recovers and even puts your account to a bigger percentage of win. So it is a matter of winning big and losing small. That is how trading works. Not winning small then losing big. That's not trading. Otherwise, I want to wish you guys a good trading day. Remember, we are entering the weekend, so we need to have some good money in the weekend. So let's hope for the best today. Just like we made money yesterday, today is also giving us money. So be optimistic about today, even as we go on. At exactly 1, we'll be having the BTC analysis. Those who love BTC, you can still tune in and we analyze BTC together as we go on. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you in the BTC analysis.